Hello and welcome back. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex have said there is an overwhelming desire for truth when describing the global crisis of disinformation spreading online. The couple shared how the internet is affecting critical issues such as racial justice, gender equality, climate change and mental health, while discussing how to create a safer digital world in the Time 100 talks. Meghan said, "It was only in the last couple of years that we both started connecting the dots. All the work I was doing on empowering women or young girls in their esteem, self, and see what the online spaces were doing to that community." Regarding the effects this has had on campaigns he was passionate about, such as the environment, Harry said, "What I see is that the digital space is hindering the progress that needs to be made. This is a global crisis of hate, a global crisis of disinformation and a global health crisis. This misinformation that seems to snowball from one place, which is the online space, and then end up in our physical world. Most of the time we don't know where it's coming from, we don't know how to trace it." He said the role of the media is absolutely vital in everything that happens in the world, adding, "It always has been and always will be. I think there is a huge trust that we all have in media and digital platforms, which is sometimes undermined." The Duke continued, "There is an overwhelming desire for everyone for the truth, because there is so much information being thrown from side to side. What happens in the online world affects the world. It's not limited to certain platforms or certain conversations or social media groups. This is a global crisis, a global hate crisis, a global disinformation crisis and a global health crisis." The Duchess said, "It can seem really overwhelming to try to understand all the nuances of what's going on online. It is global and it affects us on a multifaceted level." The couple described how they spoke to professors and experts in the field, some of whom they consider friends, to share ideas on how to make the online space healthier and better for us all. One of those people is Reddit co-founder and 776 founder Alexis Ohanian, husband of tennis star Serena Williams, who was interviewed by Meghan during the chat. In June of this year, Mr. Ohanian announced his resignation from the board of directors of the social media site and urged the company to replace him with a black candidate. He told Meghan that he made the right choice for his Métis daughter Alexis Olympia Ohanian, but that he is still receiving hate mail about it. "I hope this is really a first step for me to try to be more deliberate in the work that I do, and frankly more effective in the work that I do, to create a better future for my daughter and many other people who look like him," he says. "Businesses will be more successful with more diversity because that means a wider range of ideas." The Duchess agreed with this sentiment and described how they shared a similar experience raising mixed-race children. "I'm sorry to hear that you still receive hate mail. I know we've shared experiences of interracial marriage and raising mixed-race grandchildren and how that plays into that," she said. On the effect of social media, Meghan described how it can be damaging to people, saying, "Good outweighs evil, but my God, evil can be so strong." Speaking to Center for Humane Technology co-founder Tristan Harris, who starred in Netflix's The Social Dilemma, and Sophia Noble, co-director of UCLA's Center for Critical Internet Inquiry, Harry said he could be really confusing to understand how the tech world works. "I think a lot of it is awareness," he said, noting how the Netflix documentary, which highlights how social media user data is tracked, has established records. Meghan added, "Certainly we are not talking about technology, this is not our world, but my God, we know the experience of being a human being. We know what it feels like to see the pain and suffering, or the joy and all the goodness, that can come out of this global network. Thanks for watching, bye and see you again."